I'm Jennifer Angel, these are your stars, Leo. Now, Mercury in your sign, retrograde on the 15th, okay? So right now, depending on when you're watching this video. You also have the sun moving into your sign on the 22nd. So, this is a great time because the sun is your ruler and it's our most powerful energy force. So when it's actually in your sign, it signifies the next solar 12 months are about to begin. So happy birthday to Leo. Now, let's go back and have a look at Mercury and what this means. So Mercury controls or governs, let's say, communication on all levels. So it's communication with electronics, computer, phone, travel. In this position, it's in your in your solar first house, so you want to be a little bit careful about giving unsolicited advice, let's say, okay? And you can give advice, but don't have an expectation of people taking it up, okay? And when Mercury is retrograde, it's almost better that you wait to be asked, all right? So just keep that in mind. Mercury also governs media, so anything to do with media and on a communicative level. So, there's broadcasting, writing, publishing, radio, and so all the media fields. So when Mercury is retrograde, it's a good time to bring things to a close, okay? So it's not a great time to start anything. We always like to just wind things up when Mercury is retrograde. If you've got overdue jobs or tasks or projects that need to come to a close, that's a good time to do that. Get closure and sign and just get it, not necessarily sign. I don't like to personally sign any official documents during a Mercury retrograde time, but it's a good time to do research, get organized, and just lay low a little bit. I like to anyway. So I sort of go into a little bit of hibernation and just get myself organized, do research or whatever you have to do. All right. Most of all, don't make any assumptions this week, because there are a lot of aspects with Uranus and Mars, or particularly Mars. So there is an opposition between Mars and Uranus, and that's in your third house. And let's have a look, ninth house. So, and there is also Mars has a square with Pluto, and Pluto is in your sixth house. So your sixth house is all about health. You don't want to take any risks this week. Be careful of gambling, thinking, throwing caution to the wind and going ahead and doing it anyway. Really tune into your inner self and say, is this really good for you before you make any decisions? So you have a real effect here on your work life. There's almost like a transformation happening with work at the moment, but you have to be careful of let's say power struggles, okay? So you want to keep control but not be too dominant and intimidating in the process of keeping control. So keep everything sort of on a level key, and if you can do that, then you'll be able to make a transition, but also make a transition that's suitable for all people. Now, of course, I know when I say that, the next thing I want to say is, of course, you can't be everything to everyone, and it's not you, even though you are somebody who is very caring and sharing, you're sensible enough to know that you can't please everybody, and being a people pleaser is not your thing. But it's all about the intention, Leo. So if you have an intention to try and make it right for all concerned, That's the main thing, okay? And now what comes out of that is going to be right for everybody, because that's your intention, even if it doesn't look like it first off. Sometimes we have to sort of wait a while until we can see the blessings in life, okay? So don't be too concerned about whether everybody is going to end up right. If your intention is there, that's the main thing. Now, there's a new moon in your 12th house, which means this is a great time to start thinking about your goals, reassessing where you are, where you want to be, and how you're going to be there, okay? Because next month, when the new moon is in your sign, that's when you want to start putting action to your goals. And also, Mercury will be out of its retrograde phase as well, okay? So very much, over this next 4 weeks is a good time to do planning, resetting your goals, and just, looking within. Have a great week. I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching.